This is 7 News with Mark Ferguson.
Good evening. New Zealand's South Island has been rocked by one of the biggest earthquakes to hit the region in 80 years. It struck around 4:30 this morning local time, 30 kilometres west of Christchurch, the country's second largest city. Robert Ovadia is there. Rob, looking at the devastation, it's astonishing that no one was killed.
Yes, absolutely amazing, Mark, given the level of destruction we've seen here in Christchurch. And in fact, the government here is calling this a blessing, and that's probably because only 2 people reported to hospital with serious injuries. Beyond that, there were cuts and breaks and bruises, but nothing more than that, which is amazing given the widespread devastation here. Overnight, people here woke to a city absolutely transformed, and now a state of emergency has been declared.
Security vision shows workers fleeing a bakery and supermarket as New Zealand's second biggest city started to shake violently. The quake lasted about a minute and the damage it caused is extraordinary. It hit early this morning as most people slept.
It shook very hard and it seemed to take a heck of a long time to stop.
So many people in these crumbled buildings thought they were going to die.
The whole building felt as if it was actually going to fall over sideways, and it was shaking back and forward. Paintings fell down, the lights were just going nuts.
The city's older buildings crumbled, burying cars under bricks.
The roof was actually waving. It was going like a wave. The sprinkler systems went off. There was stock falling everywhere.
Pretty scary. My microwave ended up in my fish tank.
Pub patrons ran for the street.
Somebody shouted out, get the hell out, it's an earthquake.
We're on a 3-storey building and it was just like that. It's just like sitting on top of jelly.
Minutes after it hit, people in this hotel room were still shell-shocked.
The light's still going.
Then we got evacuated from the building, so we've got really nowhere to go at the moment.
This afternoon, Prime Minister John Key toured the devastated city.
What you can see in terms of damage around the city is really the tip of an iceberg.
A state of emergency has been declared and it will be in place until at least Monday. Cracked water pipes have flooded entire neighbourhoods in sewage. Some residents could be in the dark for at least 2 more days. Christchurch's infrastructure is in ruins.
We will be arranging for water supplies to be available where necessary.
Police are now patrolling the centre of the city after looters hit several shops.
What we had is a couple of guys this morning, opportunistic, smashed a couple of windows, tried to grab some gear.
The damage bill is estimated at $1.5 billion, with hundreds of insurance claims already lodged.
I think we need to go and have a look and see the extent of the damage and work our way through that.
Rob, no doubt it's been a very harrowing day. Now locals are settling in for a very long night.
Yes, residents here certainly have a lot to cope with, but no, the damage is certainly the worst where I'm standing here. Manchester Street in Christchurch is one of the city's main drags, and just here behind me, this is indicative of the sort of damage that we've seen. This used to be a Mexican restaurant up there. You can see the entire facade has come down, and it's quite extraordinary that this quake happened at 4 o'clock this morning. Any time in the middle of the day, the damage could have been so much worse. Just being in the CBD, it feels like a ghost town. It feels like you're on the set of a movie. There are sirens going off, there are cracked water mains. It's absolutely deserted, certainly not the way you would expect a major city to be. A curfew is now in place from 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. The Army is certainly helping out with security with those reports of looting. There have been hundreds of minor injuries, but as we say, absolutely astonishing that the injuries have not been worse. Gale force winds are expected to pick up tomorrow, and that is certainly going to be a sore point for all the rescuers and people trying to clean up this scene of devastation. So certainly plenty to do tomorrow under very testing conditions, Mark.
There sure is. Robert Ovadia in Christchurch, thank you. While the earthquake wasn't felt here in Australia, it shocked many New Zealanders living here. The disaster has also caused major problems for travellers after flights to and from Christchurch were cancelled.
Civil defence.
Karen Krinker found out about the earthquake via a text message from her sister in New Zealand early this morning.
Well, here comes another one.
By then, her family was already at Melbourne Airport.
There are now no flights in and out of Christchurch until Monday.
Luckily, they got on a flight to Auckland instead. Many others missed out.
You've got to feel for them over there, though. I mean, they don't need us when they've got so much drama.
Incoming flights were affected too. 4 of this man's car hire customers in Brisbane never showed up.
I don't know when they're going to come through now or what's happening there.
A sense of uncertainty also felt by Kiwi expats watching the drama unfold on TV.
We're freaking out because all my family, all my friends are there.
The earthquake didn't trigger a tsunami warning, but it did sound the alarm at Australia's earthquake monitoring headquarters in Canberra.
Big peaks mean big event.
Such events are common in the region, but not here.
Of this magnitude, we might have one event every few decades.
At this stage, our government is yet to offer New Zealand any support. The Foreign Affairs Department's first priority is to find out whether any Australians have been affected. If you're concerned for someone's welfare, call the department's emergency hotline on 1300 555 135. Alex Hart, 7 News.